Some people find Sunday evenings more challenging than Mondays. It's an interesting feeling, but around this time, spirits can sometimes feel a bit low. On a Sunday evening, even when you're technically resting, do you ever find yourself unable to fully relax because your mind is already drifting to thoughts of Monday? Monday hasn't quite arrived yet, but my mind already starts to think about work. It feels like a new day has already begun, even before it truly exists. This feeling isn't unusual. Many people experience a similar kind of weight. It's not an issue of willpower, but rather a very natural human response. Our brains are designed to envision the future. It's like a function for anticipating what's to come. It also helps us prepare for those events. However, during this process, it can also generate feelings of tension. We don't fully relax, even during our breaks. We might feel tired for no reason, even if we haven't done anything. Our thoughts are already on Monday. Perhaps that's why we feel this way. Sunday evenings can often feel like a unique time. It's a moment that sometimes feels like a boundary, where a sense of freedom starts to fade and responsibilities begin to approach. The time remaining might feel shorter, and a sense of obligations may start to grow. When our feelings become a bit heavy at moments like this, it's often for a simple reason. It's usually due to the thought that our time for rest is coming to an end. As soon as we realize an ending is near, a sense of unease can start to emerge. People tend to feel greater stress when facing situations beyond their control. That sense of being unable to take action can intensify feelings of tension. It's common to feel tired even before you've begun. Many people often experience a common misunderstanding at this point. They tend to believe that this anxiety needs to be completely eliminated. However, emotions are not something we can simply remove. Trying to force away feelings of anxiety often makes it grow even larger. Thinking, "I shouldn't feel anxious," can actually create another layer of worry. It's like one emotion is layered on top of another. Instead, you might try looking at it this way. "Oh, my brain is just preparing for what's ahead." Just having this understanding can help to ease some of that tension. And there's one criterion we can consider. Can this worry truly change something right now? That's quite an important question to ask. If a problem could be resolved simply by worrying about it, then it would be perfectly fine to worry. Worry that inspires you to take steps forward can be very meaningful. That feeling is often a form of preparation. However, there are also worries that don't bring about any changes. These are often repetitive thoughts that don't influence the outcome. Such worries often feel like a drain on our energy. There are some things that won't change, no matter how much we worry about them right now. Even so, we often find ourselves endlessly replaying scenarios in our minds. This can sometimes lead to anxiety growing without a clear resolution. It's interesting, isn't it? Most of the things we worry about often turn out to be nothing significant. The situations we've agonized over so much tend to pass calmly when they actually happen. Perhaps you've already experienced this many times before? There's a common thread among those who experience the Sunday blues. They often tend to be highly responsible individuals who think deeply about things. They also have a strong inclination to prepare well in advance. Ironically, those who are diligent often find things more challenging. This is because they might spend more time preparing for Monday. Consequently, their time for rest can become shorter. When we worry, it can feel like a huge problem, but when you face it directly, it often resolves surprisingly simply. Our anxieties tend to exaggerate reality. We tend to treat Mondays too specially, but Mondays aren't a new challenge. They are simply one of our recurring days. You don't have to be absolutely perfect, and it's not a day to achieve huge results. It's just a day to simply show up for work. Looking back, we've already come through countless Mondays. Even those challenging days eventually passed. Perhaps there isn't a special reason for this Monday to feel different. The feeling of a huge, overwhelming day often comes from how we perceive it. Perhaps we imagine the entire Monday as one big, daunting chunk. This can make the pressure feel greater than it needs to be. We can also think about Monday by breaking it down into smaller parts. Maybe the morning, then just an hour, and then one small task. That's often how a day simply flows. Instead of trying to eliminate anxiety, consider a perspective that reduces its scale. This simple shift in viewpoint can significantly ease feelings of tension. Often, issues seem to grow bigger through our interpretation rather than in their actual reality. Perhaps it's not the future itself that makes Sunday evenings feel heavy. It might be more about how we approach and think about what's to come. Our thoughts can easily become overwhelmed, more so than our feelings might. Sometimes, intentionally creating distance is helpful. Not complex plans, but a gentle immersion. Small actions to embrace the present moment are quite enough. It's not unusual for feelings of anxiety to surface. However, you don't have to treat that anxiety as if it were the absolute truth. Emotions and reality are not always the same. Mondays don't always have to be a big deal. They are often just one of the many days we gently experience. Most Mondays tend to unfold quite peacefully, don't they? If Sunday evening feels overwhelming for you again today, it's good to remember this. Your current struggles are not a sign of personal weakness. Instead, it's because you are diligently living out the Monday that hasn't arrived yet.